Just in time when you're feeling nostalgic because Halloween is already over. I know Halloween is the best holiday, so it always just ends too fast. So just when you're sad, here comes my video for Patchwork Halloween Edition, the perfect game to play while you're stuffing your face late at night with your kids' candy, because that's what responsible parents do. It is a Patchwork, the game that we all know and love, a true modern classic in my opinion. Now with more eyeballs and with a Halloween theme in general. Also, some of the tiles, we're told, have been rebalanced, and you will see that there are little asterisks there as an indication of values that may be different from previous editions. Frankly, I didn't notice the difference, but I don't have mentat abilities, so the way the game plays and feels to me is pretty much the same as traditional Patchwork, but with an absolutely lovely Halloween theme. So really here the components are gonna be the main thing, including the fact that buttons now replaced by eyeballs. I don't think I can ever go back to buttons. I mean, once you play with these lovely tokens that look at you, you stare at them and they stare back, it's hard to go back. The main board, of course, also looks like a quilt, but made with Halloween theme topics, themes. The patches look like weirdly deformed pumpkins. Pumpkins are also the tokens that the players have. The marker that indicates which tiles are available, because the tiles that are available for purchase are the 3 that are next to a specific marker. Again, a lot more iconic than before. And then the tiles themselves have, surprise, surprise, a Halloween theme. So I'm just gonna give you a quick overview so you get a sense of what these look like. And here I set up the game. I may play later with one of my kids because the game is so good, of course. And so, Halloween themes, grim, dark, macabre themes, a lot of pumpkins in all possible versions, and again, eyeballs. Again, the gameplay remains exactly the gameplay that you already know. During your turn, and it is your turn when your token is behind on this track, during your turn you have 2 options. Either you advance right in front of the opponent, you collect a number of eyeballs equal to the number of spaces that you advanced, or you buy a tile, and again you purchase a tile from the 3 that are next to that marker. To purchase a tile, you pay the corresponding number in eyeballs, and you advance on the track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by the corresponding number of spaces. Then you place the tile on your board following the grid, and you're trying to cover as much of the grid as possible. The marker moves to the position of the tile you just purchased. Another thing is that as you advance, if you go past an eyeball with your marker, you collect a number of eyeballs equal to the number of eyeballs on your board. So you're trying to create a eyeball production engine there. And that's pretty much the general idea of Patchwork. Of course, when you move there and you pass one of these patches, you also get to place it on your board, which may be just nice because it allows you to fill in maybe like a little empty space that you left somewhere. The first player to complete a 7x7 grid on the board also collects this token, which is worth 7 points at the end of the game. At the end of the game, you will collect points for the eyeballs that you have. Each eyeball is 1 point, but you will lose, very harsh, 2 points for each square on your grid that you did not cover. And so negative points, especially for younger players or new players, are totally possible. Happened a lot to me. So this is in essence the idea of Patchwork, which you may already know if you are passionate about games. And I'll just take this opportunity to tell you why I love Patchwork so much, because it's a game that is so simple and it's such a nice spatial puzzle, but with the strong Euro feel to it, with this resource engine, production engine that you need to build, but at the same time that you must not overbuild, because the tiles that will give you a lot of eyeballs, and so you're like, hooray, hooray, great stuff, may usually tend to be smaller, and they may not cover a lot of your grid. So you really need to find that balance between tiles that will give you a lot of eyeballs, so while at the same time also getting tiles that will cover many spaces, for example this one or this one. So you have to find that balance there. As you're trying to do so, you're also trying to take advantage possibly of some of these patches. You're trying to figure out in time when you're gonna get past these eyeballs, because of course getting past there when your board doesn't have a lot doesn't give you quite as much. It's a game that in its elegant simplicity has a lot going on. I've been playing it with children, I've been playing it with non-gamers, and everybody I played it with enjoyed it. It's 2 players only, but within the field of 2 players, I think it really deserves the place of a modern classic that it has in the heart and minds of so many gamers. As for the Halloween edition, again, perfect for when you're looting your kids' loot. I mean, they have too many candy anyways. You're a responsible parent. You just eat some of them, because this way you are make sure your kids don't overdo it. And it's just great for Halloween. Again, I like the Halloween theme, and I think I'll be playing, probably this is gonna be my default edition now. Again, I don't know. I can't comment about really how the rebalanced values affect the game, because I haven't felt that. But some of you might. So, Patchwork Halloween edition. It just looks great. It's super cute, and definitely is going to be my default edition, whether it is Halloween season or not. Because in my heart, after all, it is always Halloween season.